This is news on What's Up Caribbean from Monday, March 9th, 2015. In the headlines, lives of potential eyewitnesses at risk if report of alleged extrajudicial killings is made public. Stranded Trinidadians and Jamaicans returned safely. Trip cost Trinidadians thousands of dollars. And leading dean and economist to visit Barbados. In sport, Dave Cameron to head the West Indies Cricket Board until 2017. We'll be back with these and other developments after the break.
Turbo charge. Dirty life. Turbo charge. Boom. The fed start. The place mad. One flash of rum. My head gone. Fall in the fed like raindrops. So when I lead, you follow me. Lord. As I reach the fed, I jump it up. Any girl I hold, I walk it on. Don't come and tell me the party done. Cause I come in here to play bass. Cause right now me, turbo, boom, charge. Right now me, turbo, charge. Right now me, turbo.
In the news, 13 people who left the shores of Trinidad 9 days ago for Tobago in a pirogue and went missing at sea returned to Trinidad today after a successful diplomatic cooperation between that country and Venezuela. The group was met by Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Venezuelan ambassador when they re-entered the country through Chaguaramas. The details in this TV6 report.
The end of 10 days in limbo for 11 Trinidad and Tobago citizens and 2 Jamaicans who drifted into Venezuelan waters aboard the Davian and were found on Monday by the Guardia Nacional near the Los Monjes Islands. The charter they returned on was a far cry from the vessel in which they left Marabella to go to Pigeon Point in Tobago. Acting Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Botiwari said the effort to return the 11 men and 2 women saw collaboration between the Foreign Affairs Ministry and the Venezuelan Embassy to Port of Spain, as well as the militaries of both countries. The Ministries of National Security, Transportation and Finance were also involved in getting the 13 home. Dr. Tiwari said identifying the members of the ill-fated excursion was the most key issue. According to the acting Foreign Affairs Minister, the trip back from Venezuela cost taxpayers $4,000. He said a charter was necessary to address the passenger exchange in the most uncomplicated way.
St. Lucia's Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony says making public the report of the investigation into the alleged extrajudicial killings by the police force will not only compromise continued investigations and prejudice potential judicial proceedings, but it may put the lives of potential eyewitnesses at risk. The Prime Minister, in a 27-minute address to the nation on Sunday, said the report produced by an 8-member team from the Jamaica Constabulary Force stated that the 12 police killings during a special task force operation called Operation Restore Confidence between 2009 and 2011 were fake encounters. In 2013, the St. Lucia government enlisted the help of the Jamaica Police to investigate the Royal St. Lucia Police Force following a decision by the United States to withdraw security-related assistance after claims of human rights violations. Jamaican-born Dr. Peter Blair Henry, the Dean of New York University's Leonard N. Stern School of Business, will be on a short-term sabbatical to the Central Bank of Barbados from March 14th through to the 25th. The expert on the global economy was the leader of U.S. President Barack Obama's 2008 transition team and author of the provocative bestseller Turnaround Third World Lessons for First World Growth. In Turnaround Third World Lessons of First World Growth, Dr. Henry also relates the story of the effectiveness of Barbados' homegrown solutions to the economic crisis in the 1990s to demonstrate that policies, not institutions, are also key to economic growth. That's Rapper News. A look at sports straight ahead. Welcome back in sports. Incumbents Wycliffe Dave Cameron and Emmanuel Nanton were re-elected to the post of President and Vice President of the West Indies Cricket Board, the WICB, at the 16th Annual General Meeting on the weekend. Cameroon prevailed 8-4 over West Indies fast bowling legend Joel Garner, the current president of the Barbados Cricket Association, in the elections held at the Jamaica Pegasus. Cameron said he was humbled about his re-election to the post of president.
I am particularly humbled at this point that the members, the shareholders, have decided to me. It's been a very difficult couple of months. Prior to that, I think we were sailing smooth, I would like to call it, and would have really been an extremely good year and good term in office. But with every time there's a challenge, there's an opportunity. We've used that situation in India as an opportunity. And the opportunity we see coming out of this is that we are going to make West Indies cricket better.
So now you are back at the helm. What are your plans going forward? This is what he had to say.
I've scheduled to go and visit with Prime Minister Mitchell next week. We're going to sit down and talk about the continued governance challenges. Very first out of the box is really start putting out a lot of the information and even some of the reports that were tabled here today. So even before we get there on Monday, from today, we now need to start really communicating more to our public.
That was Wycliffe Dave Cameron, re-elected to the helm of the West Indies Cricket Board. A collaboration between the Barbados Motoring Federation, the BMF, two British safety experts and the organizers of last year's Race of Champions at Bushy Park in Barbados has resulted in a valuable legacy for island motorsport. That's a donation of specialist Jaws of Life equipment. The equipment will be available to all BMF member clubs and deployed for the first time at next Sunday's March 15th Motoring Club of Barbados Inc. Spring Blaze. It was made possible by the Emergency Mobile Medical Unit, the EMMU, which is based in Lancashire, and was handed over to the BMF in December by EMMU's founder, Stuart Westbrook, who also undertook training sessions during his visit to Barbados. A wrap on sports. A recap of your headlines straight ahead.
Turbo charge. Dirty life. Turbo charge. Boom. The fed start. The place mad. One flash of rum. My head gone. Fall in the fed like raindrops. So when I lead, you follow me. Lord. As I reach the fed, I jump it up. Any girl I hold, I walk it on. Don't come and tell me the party done. Cause I come in here to play bass. Cause right now me, turbo, boom, charge. Right now me, turbo, charge. Right now me, turbo.
Looking back at the top stories making news, lives of potential eyewitnesses at risk if report of alleged extrajudicial killings is made public in St. Lucia. Stranded Trinidadians and Jamaicans return to safety. The trip cost Trinidad taxpayers thousands of dollars. And the leading dean and economist to visit Barbados. In sports, Dave Cameron to head the West Indies Cricket Board until 2017. Remember, for the latest in news, sports and other regional developments, log on to WhatsAppCaribbean.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. This was a Carib Fair production. Thanks for joining us.